Hey guys, Classic Homer here
With special guest Alexandrite once again.
for more Fire Emblem. So, last time, we kind of learned about the game, we ranted a little bit, things were said.
And gave you a totally intentional sneak preview of the next chapter.
Totally intentional. I didn't realize that as soon as I clicked save game it was going to boot right into the next chapter at all. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Or perhaps you did realize that. Anyway, Bear Mountains. Crossing them.
Yes. Well, it looks like she went around it, really. And, oh no, she will discover something that will change her life forever.
Something insane.
Indeed. I almost wonder if I shouldn't have done better editing and made this where we started today. Too bad.
Ah, well.
Because it would have been all, like, foreshadowing and shit. I already swore. I'm so good at this.
So flippin' good.
Yeah, well, we're not really doing this.
Yeah.
So we're going shopping with the girl. Actually, that was never very fun. Come to think of it. Anytime I had to go shopping with the girlfriend, it was a miserable experience I put up with for better times later.
I see what you did there. It's like we're from a sitcom. No, but seriously, shopping for clothes is kind of boring. I guess maybe if we, like, looked like the kind of people that, you know, you could actually buy stylish clothes for or something.
Maybe.
You know, then there could have been, like, some interest. But as it is, it's just like...
As it is.
You know.
Anyway, there's a dude. Actually, this is one of my favorite characters.
I know. Look at him.
He's awesome. In all the wrong ways. So, green armor guy there is apparently the smooth-talking lady man?
Something of a spear dog.
Yeah.
I was going to say horn dog, but I thought I'd spoil the game a little bit.
Well, do you remember more of this than I think you do? Because that's a really good spoiler.
I don't know. It comes and
later
goes.
in the episode. See if you can't catch what I'm talking about.
He'll probably understand.
Oh, hey, how do you pronounce that? Kalen?
Kalen? Yeah, I'd say Kalen.
Okay. I'm usually bad at pronunciation, so.
Yeah. You could say Kylan, I guess, if you think it's Latin, but I would say it's probably got English or Welsh origins, which would make it.
Also, I love the dialogue. They've got some of the best...
The best... Yeah, I know. Actually, this is the game...
Localization teams.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know what Callow meant until I played this game and had to look it up.
Actually, that's not...
So thanks for enriching my life, Fire Emblem.
Yes, thank you for making us get vocabularies. Sane. One of my favorite characters because he does all the wrong things.
Well, of course, we have the upright guy, and they get to be foils, and it's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. It's totally a trope, but it's one I gladly accept in my game.
Indeed. They still have a mission. Not that we'll ever know anything about that, because we're going shopping with Lynn.
Yeah. So...
Dude, she's not even looking at you anymore. You can drop this. Come on. Haven't you read the game?
Uh-oh, she's back.
Shit! Everyone look busy.
Everyone was busy, the boss is around.
Now,
this is bad that I actually have that happen at work sometimes.
not at all.
I mean, I'm usually busy, but some of my coworkers will usually be like, oh, look, there's the boss. Especially at my other job, my earlier job. That happened a lot.
That's incredible.
Yeah, well, that's what happens at retail.
Should have worked food service. That was a lot of work.
Yeah.
There was no time to not look busy.
I'd imagine, actually.
It's kind of the way it goes, though, because it's frantic and hot and unpleasant, whereas retail is boring and horrible and punctuated by people yelling at you for nothing.
Yeah. What if you have to do both ends, like at a fast food joint?
Usually if you're cooking, you're not talking, and so it worked. I never got to face the public. People knew better than to let that happen. Oh, hey, the plot's still happening.
The plot is still happening, and,
She just totally brushed off saying, "But wouldn't you?"
Well, yeah, probably. Yeah, she totally just brushed off Sane and complimented Kent. And then Kent put his foot in his mouth. Without needing to.
Yeah. Oh, well, I normally don't kill women. I actually didn't hear it or see what he said.
No, he used what is one of the more traditional pickup lines, like, haven't I met you somewhere? Or haven't, you know, the fake familiarity kind of thing.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Casanova.
Gentlemen, don't do that. That doesn't work. Except for on the wrong kind of way.
By saying you're suing her.
That actually sounds really bad. Cause
it does, because even though you can use pursue in that sense, you know, this is different. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
They want blood. I only have enough for me. How about you?
Yeah, my legs are still good, so I think I have enough blood for myself.
Well, that's good.
Oddly enough, most of your blood will come from your legs, because that's how bones work.
I assume.
Uh,
Actually, really?
Yeah.
That's how it works? That's cool.
Like,
Because you have most of your marrow and crap there?
yeah, because there's such long, big bones.
Yeah.
Science in Fire Emblem. So we have,
Thanks for enriching our lives, classic Homer.
well...
That's
You're
what you come
welcome.
here to see.
Yeah, you didn't come here to see us play an amazing, little bit of a turn-based RPG.
Classic, iconic game.
Honestly, if you guys haven't played this, just get it. Go get it. I don't care how you do it. There are ways. Believe me, there are ways. I'm not going to tell you them.
Because YouTube will punish you if you do.
That also... no, never mind. I was going to say for hell's sake, there's GameStop, but there really isn't for this kind of thing anymore.
Yeah, like, I mean, even like game stores these days don't usually have, like, a lot of used inventory. You know where you can find a lot of these cartridges for super cheap, though, is Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Just so many of my childhood games that I no longer have, I've gone there.
Yeah. Just Amazon, people.
Hot consumer tip. And unpaid advertising.
Hopefully, it won't be as expensive as Skies of Arcadia.
Ah.
I looked up Skies of Arcadia recently to tell one of my other subscribers to get it. It is obscenely expensive.
How obscene is obscene?
Like $500.
Jeez
And
Louise!
$550 for the GameCube edition.
Actually, a mint condition Final Fantasy III cartridge ran like $1,500. I looked that up today.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, I don't know. If I had just $1,500 standing around, I guess I might spend it on that.
Hey, look, the knights are actually going to be upstanding people.
They are knights.
And then Len is headstrong, and I'm like, no, it's mine. I do the stabby killy thing.
She do what she want.
And so,
Oh,
I guess
great.
Kent, being the reasonable one, points out that there's this bystander here.
Hello, random bystander who happens to be wearing robes. You must be a commander.
I know, really? There's only two options, commander or mage.
You ain't got no staff, boy.
I do, it's just hidden.
Gross.
I can't help it, it's Fire Emblem. So, we actually have another tutorial battle. And, well, yeah, fine, Kane, you can go attack first. That's fine. That makes total sense.
I had forgotten how dumb they assume you are. Oh, look, they're all still X-Men.
I thought
Man.
you said X-Men, thus I was all like lol lol in my head. Okay, Kane, get to it. Kill this guy.
You just called him Kane.
I did call him Kane. That's the wrong game. Actually, that's Fire Emblem 1, where there is a Cain and Abel,
Totally. I assume.
who also wear red and green armor.
Hmm.
I just can't remember which one's which. Anyway, yeah, so lances don't work well on axes. That was a scripted attack, but
This is awesome strategy talk right here.
yeah.
Right here. A knight should look heroic. It's true, though.
Well, I guess.
Knights are heroic.
He really is hopeless. Not only should knights look heroic, they should look alive. So use your sword against the axemen.
I'll give you that.
You imbecile! Yeah, that may actually be more about the truth there.
Yeah.
Get insane.
technically he did forget because of that. So I think they're both right.
Actually, yeah. Sane probably accosted Lynn right outside the weapon shop he intended to go into and then buy himself a sword. Good job, Sane. You are a failure.
I love that in real life, like, the equivalent of him is just, like, the really fat guy in a dirty shirt who, like, sits outside of a building and just, like, yells at ladies.
Occasionally in the Santa costume in winter.
I think those are different people.
So, now we have Kent to command. I wanted to call him Kane, but that would make them far too twin-like to be Sane and Kane.
Seriously.
That would be awful.
That would just rhyme the crap out of everything.
So, yeah. So, remember that whole being able to turn the tutorials off? That didn't actually work. I mean, it sort of maybe did. Shoot. I was really wanting to turn those off. Anyway, sword works way better on axe.
Observe Kent acting like a champ.
Yes. Now we need Lynn to hit him one more time. Hit him with her best shot. And she's going to do it twice, so it's totally okay. He's only got a 16% chance to hit her.
Granted, it's actually 0%. I'm pretty sure we're still in scripted territory.
Yeah.
Also, she is standing in the woods, which
we're going to get to learn about here this turn, actually.
I spoiled the tutorial again.
So, yeah, that's on, that's off. Okay, I guess I can't actually turn the tutorial off completely.
I think it's just the box that comes up and is like, when you want to attack, use your swords against blah, etc. You know what I mean?
It's still doing it.
Nah, but they have like the papery looking one that explain the entire weapon triangle. No, they're just making sure you know that in order to attack people, you have to use the attack command.
Oh, that's so much better.
It's valuable information.
So, use your sword to attack the axe guy. And miss. This is because the axeman's using terrain advantage. He's hanging out in the woods. So, yeah, they're gonna kind of go over it overly and be a little funny about it, but that's the gist of it.
Yep.
Branches make it difficult to attack. Thus, standing in the woods...
I didn't even notice that my sword kept chopping into all those trees.
Yeah, who would have thought? And for the weapon triangle, if you want to apply some kind of logic to it, I suppose that the axe beats the sword just because it's got far
Sword
more...
beats axe.
Yes. Sorry.
Anyway, yeah.
The axe
I
is
think
unwieldy.
Yeah, so you go real quick in with the sword and do like a stabbing move or something, a thrusting move.
Yeah, and then you can get away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the axe beats the lance because the lance is even more unwieldy, so they can just kind of go in. The axe guy could duck in, I guess, real quickly under the lance and get them.
I think that makes sense.
And then I guess the lance beats the sword because the sword is not that much quicker or something. I don't know. In some way, it doesn't have the reach.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's
because
cumbersome, so you can't quite move your way in, I guess.
From what I remember of SCA, and I didn't do SCA for very long, but like battle axes and stuff, you really have to get this like wind up, like this big arcing, blow going on. So, I guess you could say that, like, the sword bests the axe because you get in there while the guy's arcing, and you best the spear because the spear is indeed unwieldy and you get past it. Unless you're being charged or something like that. But that doesn't matter in this game.
Yeah.
It would matter in Total War, just saying.
Yep.
This is like Total War Middle-earth, though.
Huh.
But without, any of the parts of it except for combat. And it's not real-time.
Well, that makes me happy. I'm actually awful at real-time strategy, which is why I'm doing this instead.
Right.
That and I don't know, I actually don't care that much for real-time strategy, like StarCraft and Warcraft, all that.
I don't like it, like, when played professionally, just because I don't actually operate at that speed. I'm not saying I'm stupid, but I'm pretty dumb. So,
you just aren't the sharpest blade in the shed.
something like that.
Something like that. I probably didn't say the phrase correctly.
Not the sharpest nail in the drawer.
Not the sharpest nail in the 2x4. So we'll just head into the woods because they're safe.
We're a few big bricks shy of a full knife.
And look at this. Because of Kent being in the woods, this guy only had a 26% chance to hit him, which is crazy good. In fact, well, once we're done being talked to and talked at, oh yeah, she's going to point out Sane's further incompetence because he hasn't healed himself. So she might give him some vulnerary, but yeah, I don't know. It's really worth it. Anyway, you can actually show off. We get to show off really another cool thing about the mounted units, cavalry and the such. Sane can go ahead and ride up to her. You know what? Actually, shut up! I want to put you on the other spot. Then you'll be in a better position to attack the X-Man.
Good plan.
There we go. Now you have 5 inventory slots per character. The top weapon is equipped, so we went ahead and traded this wall in there. In fact, he's more defensive than her, so I'll keep it like that. Use up one that already used vulnerary. Same will be okay, really.
Also, if he just happens to get his face chopped off, he won't be able to talk anymore.
Well,
it doesn't matter in the cinematics, obviously.
That would greatly depress me, but it'd probably make Lynn a lot happier.
Indeed.
But what's really cool about cavalry is after they've done an action that isn't attacking, they can move some more. Use up all their movement that turn.
That's quite convenient. I actually just thought they had increased move speed. Because it really has been a long time.
So that's super nifty. And
I think you should probably hit that guy with a sword.
Yeah. Well, I was considering going up to the other guy, but he can't get there. And I'm just moving here for the sake of getting further along in the field.
Yeah, you'll probably kill him and not have to worry about the woods anyway.
The woods are being a counterattack. I had
Right,
90%
exactly.
chance to hit him. Normally you would want to stay in the forest, which, by the way, you can totally see gives you 1 point of defense, so 1 actual point of damage reduction, and a 20% boost to your evasion. Or rather, it removes their hit by, or takes their hit down by 20%.
Something like that.
Really nice. And Len, he won't kill you in 2 hits, so this is okay with me.
Yeah.
That's usually my standard for low defense units like this, on whether to let them get the first strike in or not. Because usually, it's not always a great idea to run forward and attack. Not usually. There are plenty of times where that's not the optimal thing to do. Because you'll hit them, not kill them, and then they'll hit you next turn and you'll die.
Absolutely. Never overextend.
Yeah.
Don't play, like, cowardly defensively, but just don't be an idiot.
Yeah. And you can even check how far the enemies can go. And I think he won't move, even though it shows he has movement range.
He's going to sit there. Because the objective might be to capture that point. I don't think it is.
No, I think it's just a killer room. In any case, seeing how this guy can only reach out to the woods, I'm going to just station you at... Actually, can Stain get over there?
Doubtful.
No, he can't. Well, poopy. Poopy doody. I wanted him to get there because he has lower experience. And I want to try and even that out a little bit. I'll just let him get to kill that big guy. Big guy at the end. Whereas Lynn's probably just going to sit around and not do very much. In fact, I probably moved her into range of this guy without realizing it. Unwittingly put her in more danger than she needed to be.
That's okay. The AI is way too dumb to take advantage of that.
It was. In fact, this is super good because I really don't think I'll get the 3% critical hit, which I didn't. Probably dodge this again, and now Saint can come down and finish this guy off for big experience boost.
Big prizes. I love it.
Yes. But no money. No money at all. Just prizes.
Just prizes. And the only prize really is the wisdom gained from combat. Which isn't, like, you know, huge. I'd rather have, like, money
I really don't think he's going to attack, so I won't bother to heal.
Sane really would rather have the ladies.
Hey, see, he didn't attack. You can reach him, and you can't. Lame. Well, let's see. Can he kill me in... No, he can't kill Sane in 2 turns. Sure.
Go for it.
Yeah, the bosses always have something to say at the end.
Something super awkwardly worded.
Yeah. And for the sake of getting this done, she can get killed by him, actually. So let's not do that.
Oh my god, are you hearing this music right now? Sorry to interrupt you.
It's amazing.
It is. It just has that, like, fanfare and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. Anyway, I believe you were mentioning something important.
Oh, I was just considering using Lynn to finish him off because she could get 2 hits in.
Ah.
But there was a 38% chance he would kill her, so I chose not to do that.
I think you made the right choice.
So, you can also check your characters out by hitting the R button. So, Sane has a lot less experience, so I'll let him go ahead and finish this guy off, and probably level up from it.
One hopes. Maybe he'll learn something about combat after all.
Yeah, maybe. Although, truth be told, both of these Cavalier, pretty good. In different runs, I've focused on one or the other. Wow. That is some random number generator fucking with me.
I consider it a challenge.
I may not use Sane this time around, just because he may have bad level-ups like that.
Ah.
They're really about equal, though.
The lower the stats, the awesomer the time you'll have.
Sure. It wasn't bad as that was the luck stat, which doesn't really even matter. Like, it's...
Really?
I don't even know what luck actually does. It's
crits, probably, right? I mean...
maybe? Probably.
I could probably look it up. I have this laptop right in front of me, but I'm totally not going to do that.
Yeah, it's okay. So, these guys had a mission. They're searching for someone. Someone who is just going to so happen to sound a lot like Lynn. Because, you know, we need something to move the story along.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, some 19 years ago,
holy fucking shit, that's the name of my grandmother, or whatever.
Actually, I'm kind of surprised she didn't say something like that, but of her mother.
It's true, the timing would work better that way.
Yeah. So, well, whatever, I don't need to say what they're saying, you can already see it. By the way, can we all agree on that? That says Marquis.
Actually, I looked it up somewhere, and it is actually pronounced like Marquis or Marquis or something like that. It's not Marquess. That's obviously wrong, but I found myself surprised to find out that it is, in fact, not Marquis.
Huh.
Let's look it up, though.
Yeah, do that, because I could have sworn it was Marquis in French.
Yeah. Maybe it is, but, like, the Marquis became a noble appointed position in England, and they traditionally pronounced it Englishy. Who knows? Let's see. It is pronounced... Oh, come on, dictionary.com. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Marquess. Oh, it is Marquess. It is exactly as it's spelled up there.
Interesting.
Yeah, see that upside down E? That's called a schwa.
Oh, okay.
Remember high school? Yeah.
No, I don't actually remember learning about schwas in high school.
Yeah.
The only schwa I know is the Nike symbol.
Spoken like a true merkin.
Dude, doesn't anyone even know what Nike is at this point? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that people know what Nike is.
Okay. It just seemed like it was all over the place when we were in, like, grade school.
Oh yeah, Just Do It, and other such logos.
And Michael Jordan and stuff, but
yeah.
Not so much now. So the granddaughter's 18 years old. Go Lynn, she's legal!
Shame on you.
I'm just making sure everyone else out there knows that it was okay what they did last night. Or last week, really.
That'd be the worst parody porn ever. We found you unconscious in this field and brought you down to our hut.
Then we tied you to the bed. Because we thought you might appreciate that. So,
oh no, some bandits from the Bear Mountains.
oh my god! So, Marquess.
Marquess, totally.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I always thought it was... Well, actually, when I first played this game, I was like 16 or 17 and was like, Marquess, what's that?
Absolutely. I don't remember knowing what that was.
And then, I don't know, at some point I get in my head that it was French and should have been Marquis. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, like you'd think so intuitively.
I guess Final Fantasy XII didn't have it so wrong, it just sounds wrong.
Yeah. It really does look like it should be Marquis.
Huh.
Man, that's annoying.
And
they have a comment thread on the dictionary website, and one of the people in the comments says, I wanted to know how to pronounce it. By the way, there's games still going on. You can probably still read it. Anyway, that sounds really dumb. I came to this dictionary site to learn how to pronounce a word. I was not disappointed.
Then why didn't you go to the thesaurus site? Huh? Anyway, things are being talked about. Mostly what we already mentioned, and have very heavily hinted at. Daughter yet lived only... Well, turns out Daughter is Lynn's parent. Well, Lynn's mom, not really both her parents. That would be awkward.
That would be.
But it turns out,
Unless she
Mom's
were an
dead! And so's Dad!
Aww.
So sad. However, that is why Kent recognized her. Because she looks very much like her past mother, and, well, portraits. Can't really say photograph, they didn't have those. But, being the daughter of the Marquess, I'm pretty sure they were plenty rich, and could afford people to, paint pictures of them.
Absolutely.
Because, that's what rich, fancy people did in fantasy medievals.
And the real medievals.
Yeah.
Because being a noble was probably very boring.
Probably. So you'll get used to sitting there motionless for a long time.
Yeah,
while
absolutely.
someone paints your picture awkwardly.
Or you could, move around and then, the artist would be like, hold still, and you'd be like, chop this man's dick off. And then you get another guy in, and he's a little less mouthy about it.
So that's what happened to Leonardo.
What?
Mona Lisa.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's no dick chopping in history of Leonardo da Vinci.
Well, not him, but the guy that came before him.
Ah, okay, I see what you're saying.
Aha!
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's why he's so famous. Actually, isn't there a lot of dick chopping in the history of Leonardo da Vinci? And that he liked to fuck with cadavers? By fuck with, I mean learn from them, not have sex with them?
Interesting use of the term fuck with, but yeah, I think he did do some dissection. Basically, if it was science or art, he probably dabbled in it.
Yeah, well, that's what it means to be a Renaissance man. In the Renaissance!
Yeah! Learning all those things the Romans learned, but then all died out and forgot.
Yeah. Oh, history, you're tragic.
It's actually pretty cool. They knew a lot, considering the lack of technology and stuff, about, neurology and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The Romans were right on top of that kind of crap.
Well, it's funny how, in modern ages, we have this misconception that all the past generations are stupid.
Right.
Those people were dumb. They didn't know these things. It's
They did.
not that the people were dumb. They
did so fucking much with what they had.
Yeah.
I don't know, you've heard, the Arc de Triomphe or whatever, these big giant arches that Rome would build when they conquered people. They didn't have algebra or engineering. They just had some, really crappy approximations of math. And they used those to figure out how to make those giant arches that are, I don't know, hundreds of feet tall? I could probably find out. I got Wikipedia open.
Yeah, it's just...
You can do so much with so little, if you're creative. I don't know that I could do it, but humans can. There are humans who can.
Yeah, and then, there's Stonehenge, which has nothing to do with Rome, but... Point being, it's,
Even lower tech people who were able to lift up those giant...
Yeah.
50 meters, 164 feet is the height of the Arc de Triomphe.
Very interesting, riveting commentary, but the point is... Don't, neglect what the people in the past have done. Because they've done quite a bit.
What he said.
I've actually, to be frank about it, I think the people in the past were probably smarter and way more awesome than most of the people today.
Yeah, just in terms of they didn't have anything to build on. They came up with all that crap that we still use today.
Yeah. I mean, no, we're awesome in all of it.
Oh, hey, I think we just got involved in the plot.
Oh, damn.
Oh, well.
We were paying so much attention to it. So, in summation, she is going to have constant threats on her life because of her uncle who wants to kill her because she is now in the way of him getting to the throne. Because it's always the uncle!
And the vizier.
It actually is. Yeah, and the vizier. Anyway.
He's not even all that important, though. Technically, a Marquess would have to go through a Duke and an Archduke and a Grand Duke in order to get anywhere near being a monarch.
No, well...
I just looked that up on Wikipedia. This is
entirely true, but not entirely relevant.
That is true.
So, we will see you guys next time on Fire Emblem.